Well, rabbis also like to have a bit of banter with one another. And earlier on today, I was at a Zoom share, and one of my rabbinical friends, colleagues, said to me, David Yaakov, I must compliment you. Your virtual background is the most realistic I've seen. Everybody knows you don't have that many Hebrew books. I said, not only is it that realistic, but when I take one of the Sephorim out, the virtual background automatically updates and it leaves a gap in the bookshelf. But speaking about taking one book out of many books, I was reminded of the halachic principle of bottle b'shishim. When I say bottle, I don't mean the bottle that some of my other friends are busy enjoying, but something which has become nullified. If you have one part versus 60, then the one can be bottle. It become nullified, it can become subsumed within the greater amount. Famous example, you got a pot of chicken soup, and if one drop of milk falls in accidentally into the chicken soup, then assume the fact that there's going to be more than 60 drops of meaty chicken soup within the pot. It will totally nullify the one drop of milk that's fallen in. And why did that catch my attention? Well, today is day 61. That means this day, today, Sunday, can be subsumed. It can be gotten lost in the previous 60 days we've had. And in fact, each day can roll one into the other. But do we want our days to just become nullified? I've had 60, 61, 62. What difference does it make anymore? Each day rolls into the other and there's nothing distinctive about it. Well, of course, we're counting the Omer and every day is distinctive. When we daven, we say, Hayom Yom, today is Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. There is a distinction. Every week that goes by, we read another Torah portion. But there's something else. You see, there is an exception. Like with every rabbinic rule, there is the exception. And we're told Dover Sheba Minyan, something which is in the minyan, and not the minyan of 10 men, which we're all waiting to be able to go back to Shul and Daven. But the minyan means something which is counted. The Talmud tells us that anything which is sold b'minyan, with a count. A modern example might be a dozen eggs. Example within the Talmud is barrels of wine. If they are Dover Sheba Minyan, they're sold by their number, meaning each one is important, then those are not nullified in 60. As everyone is saying at the moment, don't count the days, but make the days count. So if we want to make sure that our days do not become like a virtual reality background, pick one book out of hundreds of books, but that actually each one is important. If you take one of them out, that place shows. Then we have to make sure that our days become a Dover Sheba Minyan, something which is counted. We've got to make our days count. Otherwise, we run the risk of them becoming bottle, becoming nullified and subsumed within the greater amount. And at the end of it, please God, it will be very soon. We won't be able to turn around and say, that's what I did then. Make meaning for each and every day. Make that day count and let it not be bottle. Let it not become nullified, and let us not say that it is just a virtual reality, but they have a real reality to them.